Hi and welcome along to the All Guns Blazing podcast from my man DT. How you doing? Enjoying yourself in this little break?
Loving it.
No, you're not. You're missing it, man.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm genuinely not.
I know you are, man.
I am genuinely not missing it in any way, shape, or form.
What are you gonna do now that Granit Xhaka's leaving?
Oh,
what are you gonna do?
Shut up, Will ya?
What are you gonna do, man? You know what I mean? Your boy's leaving, man.
Yeah,
but
hold on. When we done the podcast a couple of weeks ago and we said about players that should be going and everything, I said we should sell him.
What are you gonna do?
What are you looking at me like that for?
It's your guy, man.
Yeah, your guy Willian's going.
You've had a love-in for him.
You've had a love-in with Willian.
No, hold on.
Yeah, you have.
Love-in with Willian.
Yeah, you have.
Let's be real now. You've had a love-in with Xhaka going back years.
You would...
Remember, you used to always...
Shut up.
No, you used to defend him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying...
Because he's not as bad as people make out.
Yeah, I'm just saying, are you sad to see him go?
I think it's time to go.
Yeah, but are you sad?
Robbie,
you loved him for so long.
I haven't missed you, that's for sure.
I'm just asking a straightforward question. Are you a bit sad to see him go?
No, because look, at the end of the day, it's not worked out. I think that, if we want to propel ourselves to where we want to eventually go, then you need better. I don't think he's the bad player that people make out. I think he's been scapegoated a lot of the time. And he's not one of our worst performers. But do we need to, to improve and have better? Yes.
Where did it go wrong with Xhaka? Because when he came in,
I know exactly
£35 million, we could have got Kante, remember? And we decided to get Xhaka.
Listen, we could have got Ronaldo and Messi and all everyone. There's a list of players that we could have got, wasn't it?
But no, when he came in, I remember a lot of fans were sort of quite excited. Signing from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He had this reputation of being, a bit of a hard man, stealing the midfield, which I think he's always has been. I think since he's been in that midfield, it's hard to bully Arsenal.
It was something we were missing.
Yeah, and we needed that sort of holding midfielder defense. But the problem's been is that, and I still don't know, what is he? What is he? I think that's been one of the things that I've found. I've not been able to define what Granit Xhaka is. Is he a defensive midfielder? Is he a attacking midfielder, box-to-box midfielder? What is he?
Well, he's not a box-to-box.
Well, what is he then?
Deep line.
Deep line what?
Midfield.
So he's a defensive midfielder?
You used to reference positions on the pitch by numbers on the shirts. So he's probably like a number 4 would be the best way of describing it.
Yeah, but define it, because
there's no way of actually defining it, because he seems to have just played different positions, not so much positions, but different ways of playing on the pitch, like different areas of the midfield, and there's no real, like you said, no specific where you go, right, he's an attacking midfielder, he's a box to box, he's a
defensive.
And it just doesn't.
I mean, those are the three positions in the midfield. In the centre of midfield, those are the three positions. I don't know. What category does he come into in that?
I just think that the breaking of Granit Xhaka, like the end, shall we say, was the time when he lost his captaincy. I think that's where it all stems from, and what it's like. Inevitably, him leaving stems from that, is what I mean. And do you remember that? Do you remember that occasion? Yeah, I remember it really well. I remember being in the Emirates. I remember it happening. I remember shouting for him to get off the pitch.
You booing as well then?
No, I didn't boo. I didn't boo, right? Don't even try that. Look at the grin on your face as well. You think you're funny.
I was asking a question.
You think you're funny. I'll get you in. Don't worry, I'll go for you in a minute.
What did you shout?
No. It was like, hurry up. Get off. Do you know what I mean? Get off the pitch.
Hurry up, Granit.
At the time,
yeah, right.
Listen, at the time, we were chasing the game and we needed him off the pitch. So fans were like, the booing side of things, no. And then what he did, that's inexcusable, especially as the captain at the time and everything. But what I mean is I don't think that the damage from that day between him and supporters and him has ever been repaired. I think that Mikel got a lot out of him, and I think that over the last year he's been one of our most consistent players. And I don't think, if you're being genuine with yourself, he has been one of our best performers. He has been consistent.
I feel last season he was.
Yeah, so when you look at that,
Not saying much in that poor season, but yeah.
What I think the issue is that even though that's happened, he still got fans on his back.
But even before he got booed in that game, right, when he lost the captaincy, he was getting a load of stick before then.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like, that day I remember it very well, right? Like, his number came up and basically we were having a poor time of it in the game. Not specifically him. I don't remember specifically him doing anything bad in the game. But as soon as his number came up, there was a section, and people who weren't there, and and I know, it was a section of fans that booed him. And I was like, oh, come on, man. That's wrong to just be booing him. I mean, just let the guy go off. He ain't been brilliant, but there's no need to boo him. And he reacted to it. And then, like you said, he took an age to come off the field in a game that we needed to try and get back in and win. And that's when the other fans turned on him, like you said, where they started like saying, get off the pitch, and, really started turning on him then. And there was no way back for him after that. But even before that, he's a guy that just divided opinion. You know what I mean? There's just people, there's just so many. I mean, there's that stat, isn't it, that he's committed the most fouls. Sorry, he's made the most mistakes that have led to goals in the Premier League.
I know.
Not even at Arsenal.
And there was one last season as well, weren't there? Burnley.
The one at Burnley last season, yeah.
And then, you've got to remember as well, we got sent off against Burnley for grabbing the guy around the throat.
Around the throat, yeah.
So he's always had that moment within him. I do also feel that he's been harshly treated at times as well by the officials. I remember when he got sent off for a tackle on the halfway line. And that was the kind of tackle you look at that time and you say, great tackle.
Where he took the player out.
Yeah, and you're like, brilliant tackle.
He weren't even on the halfway line.
No, he was in our own half.
Yeah.
And you look at, they are those tackles where you go,
say, took one for the team.
Take one for the team, superb, yellow card, don't worry. If it was your local team, your manager would pay the fine for you. Because it was one of those where you're like, well done. And he got sent off. And that's why we used to always joke when we saw other teams make tackles or do things, we'd be like, if that was Xhaka, he'd be deported. They'd thrown him out of the country and et cetera, because that's how harshly I felt he was treated at times. But I just think that this is probably the best move for him, best move for Arsenal. It's the right time. I think that he will suit the Italian league perfectly. I think it's a more slower, don't be surprised to see a really good Granit Xhaka in Italy.
When he plays for Switzerland as well.
It's good.
Do you know the thing is, he lost the captaincy. Do you think he ever should have got it? He should have got it back. Because
I'm not sure
he was a kind of natural leader in that team.
I know, I get that, but I just don't. I'm not sure that it could have ever been repaired from the damage that was done that day. He's filled in as captain. He's been given the armband whilst on the pitch, and the first captain, whoever it might be at the time, we've got about 100 captains, came off, and I don't think there was many groans or problems.
That's because no one was there.
No. But even before that, it was like even when you talk about social media, like nobody was on. Like you see a lot through social media, and people like nobody was really saying, "Oh, why is he getting the armband?" Or there's quite a lot of people are like, "All right, fair enough," But yeah, I just think it's the best move for everybody, man. I wish him well. At the end of the day, we've met him. I've met him on a few occasions. He's always been nice and polite and respectful. And, one thing I will say is the abuse that his family suffered, his missus and his children and that, inexcusable. Whatever you think of a player, criticise them. And it was him that actually said it. If you've got a problem with me, say it to me. Say that I'm this and I'm that and X, Y, and Z. Leave my missus out of it. Leave, my children out of it and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. But do you think still, though, the way he dealt with that incident, I always look back at that incident and say to myself, he also, all right, I get the fact that his family had been abused. I know, me and you both know what that's like, because we both had it, right? But there was the issue of what he did on the pitch that day, right? And after it, I just felt he needed to come out and say, sorry,
But it wasn't really an apology.
He did not apologise. He never apologised. He basically gave the reasons why he reacted like that. But sometimes, even though you've got good reasons, I mean, I've had good reasons for reacting to a lot of things, right? But sometimes you just got to, when it's all, you know, what happened with him, and he's sort of, you know, told fans to F off and things like that.
No, no.
The first step has to be, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that, did he?
No, he didn't.
And again,
he didn't.
That didn't endear him to a lot of fans.
No. I see exactly what you're saying. Maybe that's just that side of him that, you know, he doesn't feel that he did anything wrong, so he shouldn't apologise. And I get that side of things as well, because he could be stubborn. I'm a stubborn person myself. If I genuinely don't
That's
believe...
why you liked him so much.
Probably. But, at the end of the day, Robbie, if I'm one of these that if I don't believe I've done nothing wrong, I'm not going to apologise to you. I've got nothing to apologise for.
No, but he had done something wrong.
No, I know that, but I'm saying... I'm saying...
They're mitigating circumstances, yes. But you had... you told the crowd to F off, you took the shirt off.
But what I'm saying is, if he doesn't believe he's done anything wrong...
Yeah, but then that's not a good trait, is it? You had done something wrong. You're wrong. Your manager's telling you've done something wrong. Everybody else is telling you you're wrong in what you did. So the first step is, so I'm sorry. He didn't do that. He refused.
Yeah, look, it is what it is, isn't it? And like I said, I wish him well. I wish him well with his new ventures.
Why is it with Granit Xhaka, right? Fans, as I said, at best, were mixed about him. But every manager that came in, whether it be Wenger, Arteta now, or Emery, they seem to trust him. He looked to me, and you can look from the amount of game time that he's had in his career. He's like one of the first guys on that team sheet for the managers.
And let's be honest.
So I wonder, why is that? Why do you think that was?
Because he does the job that they want him to do.
Which is what? I'm still trying to find out what that job is.
If they send him out to
make mistakes?
Come on, man. But if they send him out to do a specific, he will do it. And he gives 100%. There was, until he got injured towards the end of the season, when he picked up that injury, there was a run of how many games he played. I think it was 90 minutes in a row. It was about 14, 15 games in a row. And we were saying at the time, that's like ridiculous. And he doesn't look tired. He's got
a great engine on him.
Unbelievable. And look, over the last year especially, under Mikel, I think that he's been one of our best players. Reality is, I know you can say that it's not difficult in a team that's been predominantly crap, but he has been somebody that has consistently performed. And then I also think, without him in the side, you've realised how much you missed him. Because how many times have we been upstairs, about a film or something, Xhaka's not there, or he's not in his midfield position and he's had to cover on the left. And the first thing we've done is put him back in the middle. We miss him in there. We need him in there. Like
me and you, yeah. Not the others on the stream. The majority of people will be like, yeah, good. I hope he's not even in the team. Let's be real, you know what I mean? So
Ty would agree with us.
Well, Ty would agree with any Arsenal player. But I'm saying, there'd be others that I know Turkish, for instance, didn't want him anywhere near the team on any game. So he really divided.
He divides them. Yeah,
but all the managers trusted him. Did he deserve that trust?
I'd say so, yeah. But
when you make so many mistakes, as I said, that stat earlier, most mistakes that have led to goals in the Premier League, how can you be a trusted player?
It's more than just that and what you do on the pitch. There's a lot more. And like I said, I refer to the last year in particular, but he's done a lot more good than bad.
Yeah, he's been here for more than a year.
Yeah, I know that.
He's been here since 2016.
I know that. And I can't say no more than, don't get me, I think Xhaka is a good player. I genuinely do. I thought he would have done better than what he has done, but it hasn't worked out.
A guy that was brought in, and I remember at the time when he was sort of coming in, it was a Gazidis still them times, wasn't it? And he was sort of, we've identified this guy, and trying to make out like this is the start of the type of players that are going to help us to,
He also identified Mustafi, didn't he?
Yeah. And basically, he failed really.
Yeah, it hasn't been a success. You can't just look at the FA Cup victory and say that's a success, because for a club the size of Arsenal, it isn't. It's nice winning a trophy. It's nice winning the FA Cup. But is it real success? No, it ain't. That's as simple as that. And we haven't been in the Champions League since Granit Xhaka's been here.
Exactly.
Is it his fault? No.
But he's got to have something to do with it because he's coming as one of the main men.
Yeah, but he's
one of the main men in the team.
That.
He's as I said, I think maybe that's why a lot of fans sometimes unfairly target him because it's coincided, like you said, with him coming in as one of the main. He come in as our main guy, and he hasn't been that guy.
No, I get it.
So
I get it.
What was his best attributes? Take your time, you know what I mean? Jesus, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this the thing. When he catches a ball and he shoots, he can hit them, but it's not enough.
He hardly scores any goals.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's not enough, and it's suppose it's that tenacious character, that will to try and win, but it's not.
But he didn't win them.
No, but it's not. You let me speak, man.
No, I was just saying. You're saying these things, tenacious character to win things.
You just woke up this morning and thought I'm going to wind him up.
No, I'm not winding you up. I'm just saying to win things. What do you win apart from the FA Cup? You never got.
No, I'm about winning, and like on the pitch, like the battles, the fight, and everything else. But
no, he loved the fight. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He loves it. It's true.
This guy today,
he loved the fight.
man.
But yeah, carry on.
So yeah, there's that side of his game. But
what side? You didn't.
I've just said to you, man.
I didn't quite catch it. Remind me again.
Go away, Robbie.
No, what
Go
side?
away. I've so not missed this.
What's the side?
Really
no, I'm serious. Honestly,
when does the season start again?
Honestly, I didn't.
No, I'm being serious. When does the season?
August. I didn't. No, honestly, I didn't hear what you said. What
July,
side?
We ain't got pre-season this year, like going away anywhere. So, like July, probably got about another 6-7 weeks of only seeing you once a week.
Right? I'm asking you a question.
I'm quite happy with that.
I missed what you said.
No,
What
we've got
side?
content to do for the Euros, haven't we?
What side?
Are you going to be here?
You can't think of it, innit?
Are you going to be here for the whole time of those Euro games?
He's trying to talk his way out of having to because he can't think of
I just don't want to have a
anything.
conversation with you. Like, listen, how long have we been going? And look, it's just constant.
What side of it? I'm just asking you a question. What side of him?
I've just said to you.
The attributes. You know what I mean? You haven't told me one attribute yet.
Yeah, I did.
What?
Got good left foot.
What else?
Haircut's nice.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. This guy. You know what? I did an interview yesterday, right? BBC. Yeah, on Xhaka.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They asked me a question. I'm going to ask you this question as well.
Yeah. Well, no, hold on. You can only ask me this question if I get paid as much as you did over there.
I didn't get paid nothing for doing
right.
it. I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. They came in is outside the Emirates. No, I didn't get paid nothing for doing it.
What was you doing outside the Emirates?
Doing the interview for them.
Oh.
Right? Now,
Been in the shop lately?
No, I wasn't in the shop.
I'm saying, have you been in there lately?
I haven't, no.
Any new kits?
They got that yellow kit in there. It's quite nice, actually.
Have you bought it?
I haven't bought it yet, no.
Nah, good.
Why?
You said, don't buy nothing.
Oh, you one of these don't buy... We'll get onto that, actually. We'll come onto that don't buy nothing thing.
No, I'm not. I'm not buying it anyway because I'm just not paying that money for like... Nah, man.
I like that kit.
I know it does look nice, doesn't it?
It's
It
nice.
does. And that green training top does look nice.
Yeah, it's training top one I could do without. The yellow one I like. But anyway, getting back to the matter at hand, they asked me this question. I'm going to ask you.
Go on.
Favourite Granit Xhaka moment?
Favourite Granit Xhaka moment? Maybe his free kick against Chelsea last season. Thought that was a great moment. I think that was a good point in the season as well when we was going through a real tough time. Good second goal. Helping us win the FA Cup.
See, that's it.
What did you say?
I couldn't even think of anything. I just said that to you. I just said that. I go, yeah, he's had a couple of times where he's banged in a free kick.
I remember I think it was his first goal when he scored at Hull. Do you remember Hull away? And he hit one in the top bins.
Yeah, that's about
and
it.
Then, didn't he score against Nottingham Forest in the Cup straight after that as well? It was a couple of games in a row. He hit absolute rockets and we were like, hey, here we go.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing, you know what I mean? I couldn't think of moments that I say, yeah, I remember when he did that, and I remember when he did this, and that again kind of sums him up.
Yeah.
Since he's
do you
been
know
here.
what? Do you know what the best way? I suppose the way of summing it up is that if you ask the majority of fans, they'll probably remember the mistakes more than any good moment. If you know what I mean. Like you'll remember what he did at Burnley, both home and away, sending off and everything else. You'll remember Crystal Palace in Emery's last season when he brought down the player in the box to give away the penalty when there was no need to. Why you put your hand on his shoulder? Things like that, because that still sticks in my mind. So, yeah, it wasn't to be. But like I said, I wish him well, man.
Yeah, no, we all wish him well, but it's just that, you know, which you said right at the start, it was time for him, you know, it's definitely time for him to move on.
Yeah.
I think playing for Mourinho will suit him as well, you know what I mean? I can see when Mourinho came in at Tottenham, he brought in Højbjerg. Xhaka's going to be kind of his Højbjerg over there in Italy, isn't it? It's going to be that kind of, you know. The one thing I've always thought about Xhaka was one of his strengths is that, as I said, you're not going to get bullied up in the midfield when he's there. He's got a bit about him, you know what I mean, on that physical side.
Yeah.
The only problem was he didn't know how to channel it properly. So he'll give away stupid free kicks and
he was
his
slow.
decision making, and he's not very quick. I think his passing sometimes was good. You know what I mean? Some of his long-range passing was decent. But honestly, we have to be real. It's just not worked out for him.
No, it hasn't.
At Arsenal.
It hasn't.
And, you know, looks like he's going to be moving on. And some of the people spoken about as replacements now, a lot of people are saying Ruben Neves of Wolves could be a player that comes in.
It don't excite me, Robbie. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
I like Neves.
I like him, but it don't excite
At
me.
least he scores balls from, scores goals from outside the box.
Scores balls.
He does. He scores goals from outside the box.
Yeah, but he only scored 5 times last season and got 1 assist. Or was it one? Yeah. No, 1 goal, 5 assists. That's poor.
Yeah, but in previous seasons he scored a lot of goals from outside the box. I think.
But then
I think I've seen one stat
argument.
one time saying that he scored the most goals outside the box at any midfield in the Premier League.
But then you could say, was it a 1-season wonder?
No, but he's been at Wolves for a few seasons. He's been a consistent
I don't think he's
performer.
worth 40 million.
No, not 40 million. Would you pay 35 for him?
No.
30?
No. If we were only getting 15 million or so for Granit Xhaka,
international.
Yeah,
he's
but
better
still,
than Xhaka though. To me,
yeah, but Granit
he's
Xhaka's
a much better player than
Xhaka. But I'm saying, Neves probably 25.
Oh, you're gonna have to pay a premium.
If you're gonna pay 35, 40 million pound, go get Basuma, please.
Yeah, Basuma's a different type of player, isn't it?
Yeah, but go get him.
I mean, we should be getting Basuma anyway.
You should be. Apparently, he's told his agent he only wants to go to Arsenal.
Yeah, we should be getting Basuma.
Only Arsenal can mess up a transfer of a player that actually wants to sign for us.
Well, Buendia wanted to sign for Arsenal.
Don't get me started.
Well, let's go there.
No, let's not go there.
No, we do. Buendia wanted to sign for Arsenal. I might be a bit different to you on this one then, right? So on the Buendia deal, your thoughts on that? Obviously, for people who don't know, obviously, Buendia, at the start of the transfer window, number 1 target for Arsenal.
I don't think he was. No.
Number one target.
Who says?
He was.
Who says?
They put in a bid.
Put your source down right now.
Huh? I don't have a specific source.
Well, there you go then. It's hearsay.
It weren't just hearsay.
You ain't got a source.
Arsenal tabled 30 million for him.
Yeah, but how do you know?
Right, all right, hold
how do you know it's the number 1 target?
Because they hadn't gone for no one else.
Because they don't need to at the minute. The transfer only opened like
exactly.
a day or so
even
ago.
Before it's open, they're trying to get Buendia.
But
that suggests to me.
How do you know he's the number 1 target?
That suggests to me that's your number 1 target.
It's a suggestion, not a fact.
Oh, come on.
No,
the window hasn't opened yet. And you are already trying to get this guy, and you're already putting a huge amount of money on the table.
But I'm saying,
and saying we want to buy him.
Yes, but I'm saying there's no evidence that it's the number 1 target.
Let's not get it twisted. He was their number 1 target, right?
In your book.
Well, you know, right? And they didn't get him because they've been outbid by Aston Villa.
Well, no, right. Look, my position on this is that I don't think he was worth it.
No, he's not.
That amount. I think that Arsenal had a structure of what they wanted to do. And to match what Aston Villa did would mean that they were paying what they felt was not worthy. So
outbid?
They were. No, it's not outbid because
outbid by Aston
they weren't
Villa.
outbid
They were.
Because the reports have even said that Arsenal matched the bid, but it was the terms that were different. Arsenal wouldn't agree to a percentage of a sell-on. Now they look at his age, mid-20s already.
24?
So if he was to be sold, you're losing a 10% of it. I actually look at the basis of it all and say, you know what, they're probably right to have walked away from it and said, no, we're not going to match what Villa do, etc., etc.
Actually, you're all right to walk away from it as long as you've got something else lined up that's going to be better, and we will find that out in time.
We will find that out.
But I worry in the case of Arsenal that they won't have someone better or whatever.
Well, yeah.
I mean, going back
justified.
Going back on the Buendia thing, I know you've been singing his praises for a long time. To me, I look at him and I think he's a 20 to 25 million pound player. I
wouldn't say more than 30.
That's the only thing I agree with Arsenal on, right? He ain't worth no 38 million. But I heard a lot of people saying, we should have, because I think with all the add-ons and everything like that, it's more or less worth about 38 million that Villa will end up paying for him. He's not worth 38 million. I'm sorry, not for what he's done. What's he done to warrant that?
Well, it is, right? Because he had one season in the Premier League, and I think he was fourth in terms of chances created in the Premier League, and only three
got relegated.
Yeah, I know, but he was playing for Norwich. And it's a little bit different when you've got Pukki playing up front. And the other players that he was in
Pukki started off on fire that season.
Yeah, I know he did. But then he got put out very quickly. Do you know what I mean? But no, because what I'm trying to say is that the three names that were above him in terms of chances created in that Premier League was Jack Grealish. Everyone wants him. And he could walk in any team in the Premier League, in my opinion. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Right, who's supplying Mane, Salah, Firmino, etc., and Kevin De Bruyne, who's supplying.
You know what, right? It's this, and I was chatting to
a stats guy
the other day.
There's a surprise.
I was chatting to a stats guy the other day. We went to the cricket thing, and I was chatting to this guy.
Here we go.
And he made a great point when it comes to stats. We had a few pims, yeah. But too many. But he made a great point when it comes to stats, yeah? Mm-hmm. He said, stats is one thing and it's great. But he goes, I also think sometimes they should do another stat that tells you who that was against. Mm-hmm. And it's so true. I'd like to know who, I know he's got wonderful stats this season in the Championship.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, he could come into the Premier League and transfer that to the Premier League. Grealish has done that. He's come and he's transferred it. But then we've seen many other players, though.
Yeah, of course.
We've seen many other players that bossed it in the Championship and have come up to the Premier League and they've just been average.
Yeah, I get that.
Because it's much better opposition.
Yeah.
And,
his stats were actually better in the Championship than Grealish's were.
Yeah, but...
And I get that. But I'm not saying that he's better than him. Don't anybody try using that. I'm just trying to say that statistic-wise, he's had a very, very good season in the Championship. But that £38 million will only look like smart business if he goes and tears it up in the Premier League next season.
Yeah, these stats thing,
I think he's an Argentinian international now.
Yeah.
Robbie, man.
May I refer you to, when it comes to stats, to our Brazilian international, who had the best stats in the club for assists and stuff like that this season. But we all know he's probably the worst player at the club this season.
Was that your boy?
In Willian.
Your guy.
He weren't my boy.
Yeah, he is your guy.
He weren't my boy.
He is your guy.
Right?
I'm telling you, he's your guy.
Funny enough, the Ziyech thing, I was just reading that the other day where they want to sell him.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know the funniest thing? I actually saw that a few days ago and I instantly thought of you and I went, you know what? I'll have him at Arsenal.
They both weren't very good at
I'd have him at Arsenal.
I'd have Ziyech at Arsenal.
Yeah.
But, it's this stats thing. So, I don't know. To me, Buendia, 25, 30 million pounds. But he was still embarrassing for Arsenal. Because they, as I said, they were in for him at the start and they didn't get him.
And they've obviously decided that the structure was not what they wanted. Because the problem is that when you're going head to head with somebody else, when the selling club accept, a package from one team, you don't have any bargaining anymore.
Still, the player's got a lot to say.
Yes, the player will have a lot to say.
And the player's still gone to Villa.
But obviously, the player's got a lot to say. But I think he's got respect for Norwich. Norwich has said, look, both clubs are offering the funds we want, but the package that Arsenal are offering is not what we want for Villa. And we're only accepting the Villa one.
If that package, if it was Villa going up against, say, Man United or City or Chelsea, and the package was less, do you think that Buendia would say, actually, nah, I want to go Villa? He wouldn't, would he? He'd be like, this is what I'm saying. This is where it's embarrassing for me as Arsenal. That the Arsenal name of in order to attract players is diminishing.
The invincible juice is running out.
That's a good way to describe it. It's diminishing.
Yeah.
Because once upon a time, I don't care what package they'd have been offering him, unless they'd be offering him some ridiculous wages, right? He'd be going to Arsenal. And the talk was he wanted to come to Arsenal as well. But this is a problem at the moment in the transfer window when it comes to Arsenal. It's just that, especially this season, no European football. We haven't got that pool. We don't want to pay the big money. It's a sad situation.
It is. I don't know what more to say. And it's just, I've been very vocal on certain things over the last week on my own channel with what I feel about certain things. And I'm not letting Arsenal ruin my summer. When I genuinely say to you, Robbie, I don't care right now. I don't care. And I cannot stress that enough to you. I know you say I'm joking. And that.
I care because I want to see. We need to overhaul this team.
Oh, I get that.
We need to get some good players, man.
I get that. And that, yes,
and it worries me.
I want all that. But I'm not going to let it dictate my summer. I've been locked up all year from Wurzel Gummidge, right? Telling them, well, no, not that kind of locked up. Do you know what I mean? Robbie's had me locked up upstairs.
Won't let me in.
They won't let me out because I'm locked up. But they I'm just going to enjoy my summer. I'm going to just if we sign someone, cool, let's have a look at it, whatever the situation may be. But I'm seeing people have meltdowns over the Buendia situation. And I'm like...
I didn't have a meltdown over it.
No, but what I mean is to the people that you see having a major meltdown, I'm like...
But I can understand... Don't. You know what? I didn't have a meltdown over it, but I can understand why people are having meltdowns because they just... It's Arsenal, isn't it?
I know, but don't let it ruin your summer.
Every bloody year, man.
Don't let it ruin your summer, man. If the last year should have taught you anything, it's that life is more precious. Go and enjoy it, man. Yeah, we can still be concerned and be invested and emotionally and everything with the club and everything else like that. But don't let it dictate your summer, man. We've got some sunshine. It's yeah, we can't go on holiday anywhere. All right, cool. But at least we can go out. At least life is starting to feel a little bit normal again. And we can all start.
Yeah, it's just not normal for me with this team.
I get it, but I'm not letting it affect me. I looked at the news, I see it, I was like, boy, I'll report on that in the morning, cool, yeah, carry on my day, went in the garden, I got the fattest swimming pool in my garden. Yeah?
Swimming pool?
Yeah, for this summer. Listen.
Where do you get a swimming pool from?
Don't worry about me. Listen, my kids...
You mean some little paddling pool thing?
Ain't no little paddling pool, bro. You could come round. We'll have a Don Robbie party.
Swimming pool?
We'll have a summer...
You're on about a big one, them big inflatable things.
No, it ain't no inflatable. Summer splash. Yeah, let's have it.
Where you get a swimming pool from?
Don't worry. Listen, that's me.
Yeah, no swimming pool, man. Shut up, man.
When I go home later, I'm going to send you a picture.
Send me a picture of it.
I'll send you a picture and we'll talk about it next week.
We'll put it online.
All right. We'll talk. I'm telling you.
Don't take a picture of the family down the roads.
Shut up, man. Like you see my house anyway. Behave yourself,
swimming pool.
No, but listen, at the end of the day, what have I had to do for the last year?
Dig.
What did you say? Dig?
Dig, yeah.
You said dick.
No, dig.
Pardon? What are you going on about?
No, dig. I said dig.
Yeah, dig.
You be digging for the swimming pool.
I've been
digging
what's his name? You remember Shawshank Redemption? I'm there with my little pickaxe, just digging away at listen, no, look, I made sure that the kids have got everything they need because you've been trapped in that environment for a year. So you've got to make that environment great.
Yeah, no, that's all true.
So I've literally just gone in my garden. Kids are on the trampolines or the slides, and I'm in a pool or whatever, man. Mate, I'm enjoying my summer. Listen, you remember that image of Arsene Wenger going down the slide a few years ago on holiday? That's me. I'm there in my Speedos, flying down slides and everything. I don't care if you got a bad image of me now, but listen, I don't care. I'm enjoying my summertime. No one's stepping in my way of enjoying my life, man. Nah. Solid, no buen dia, no nothing. No.
What about the Cronkies? And
I'm definitely not worrying about them.
The Daniel Ek is putting a new bid, 2 billion.
Yeah, and it looks like he's getting refused anyway. You've got to look.
What will they take to go, man?
I think it needs at least 2.5 bill. At least you've got to go so over the odds because they say
what they for?
Reports suggest that Arsenal is about 1.7, 1.8 billion. So he's already offering over. But I think if you look at the Cronkies predominantly in the way they are and how tight they are, it has to be astronomical for them to go, yeah, you know what?
Do you know the thing about, I'm just thinking, what do they want to do with
Power.
it? Because they ain't making no money off of
It's
it now.
power.
We're not in Europe.
It's power. That's what it is, Robbie. It's power.
What power? They ain't even here.
Yeah, but they've got the power. They
do what? Power
they
to do
control this football club in the palm of their hand.
To do what with it though? Just to
Whatever they
just
want.
run it to ruin.
To build their new stadium and the Rams and everything
Power
else.
is right. You own it and it's doing good, and you puff your chest out and you say, "Yeah,
I don't
Arsenal
care.
Football
Look how
Club."
many other businesses he's got. He don't care.
What's the power in that? You ain't going. I mean, the amount of grief you're getting off of fans, the club's in declining every year.
What did you just say?
You're losing money.
What did you just say? He ain't ever here. So do you think he cares that we all turn up outside the Emirates with banners and flags?
Honestly, I really think,
care.
you know, these guys now, this is what is affecting my summer. Just go. If you're not going to do anything with it, I don't understand, because honestly, I truly don't understand what their plan is with it, you know? And they still haven't really come out and done, you know, they said we're going to speak to fans. I saw the other day, you see the Glazers? They actually sat down with the Man United fans, and you know, United fans came out of that forum and said, you know what? We still don't trust them, but they said a lot of things that we liked. Like they're going to have more fan involvement. Like they're going to, you know, a lot of the things that the fans have been complaining about, they're saying they're going to address.
I know.
Our guys ain't done nothing. They've not met no one. They ain't said nothing. They ain't signed no one. I honestly don't know what it is they want from this club. You know what I mean? I don't get it. And if they don't start getting their act together, well, we're already seeing it. Teams are just, you know, Villa are outbidding us, as I said, right from the beginning. We're getting, honestly, I
get it.
Just sell it to this Daniel Ek guy, man. He's on £2 billion. What did they pay for it?
A lot less.
Is it 500 million or something like that? Or
a lot less.
Yeah, you're making a huge profit.
I know. Robbie, you don't need to tell me, but this is why I'm not letting it ruin my summer.
Yeah, I guess you're right, man.
I mean,
I'm about to get one in pools as well.
Summer splash. That's it. You know what we need to do, yeah? We need to arrange a day, right? We'll take it old school, yeah? We'll go and get a big stack system, yeah? We'll do it like carnival days. You can read like the rebirth of Crucial Robbie. You can bring Sovereign Sound in. I'll get Love Light in and all them lot. And we'll do a proper thing. We'll have all the red stripe and everything. We'll make it like carnival, yeah? And we'll have a big summer splash. Wouldn't that be nicer?
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, because my summer is being ruined by these guys. Because I'm like, it's not ruined, but honestly, every time I think about it, I'm just like, I was at the Emirates, as I said yesterday, and I'm looking at the stadium, I'm like, look at this place, man. Look at the magnificent stadium we've got, the magnificent team, the fans still coming down there. Day in, day out, taking their pictures.
It's mad, isn't it? When you stand outside the Emirates, it still looks so imposing, so big.
And the fans are coming down there and they're walking around and they're taking their pictures. And I'm like, bro, do you not know what you have? What's up with these Cronkies?
They don't care. They don't.
Honestly,
they're in their own pool.
It really hurts me because I'm just like, you know, when are you gonna come on now and step up to the plate?
They're not going to. We're not seeing it. They are doing the equivalent of what I'm doing. They're in their own pool.
Yeah, they're having
their own summer splash.
Ranch, yeah, they have a summer splash every bloody week. You know what I mean?
Every time somebody spends in the shop or whatever it might be, it's like, Robbie, man, like I said to you, I'm just not letting it affect me, man. Yeah. I'm just enjoying it. I want to enjoy the sun. I want to get a tan. I want to just like enjoy it.
Yeah, you're probably doing the right thing, man.
Exactly.
Boy.
Exactly.
Well, one thing, the Euros about to start. Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm kind of looking forward to the Euros.
I think because Arsenal can't ruin our weekend.
England can.
England can. But again, I'm not emotionally invested in this either.
Are you?
Nah, I'm not, man. Why would I be emotionally invested in it? Nah.
So you're one of these fans now, just because you support a big club now. You don't want to get behind the country.
Nothing to do with that. It's because I feel so detached. Because I feel so detached from the country in terms of its footballers and everything else. I'd say the last time I really, like, don't get me wrong, right? When we was in the World Cup last time, I got really involved. I got involved. I started, like, first I was like, nah, I ain't cheering no Tottenham man's on, because there was like about 6 or 7 people in it.
That was horrible.
But then as it went on, I found myself like, oh, I'm really getting involved. And like, there was just this feeling around everyone that it was coming home. So there was that sense of...
and you get that vibe this time as well.
Yeah, so maybe like after a couple of games, then I might start to.
You know what, it's these meaningless friendlies and that, man.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And the thing is as well, it's like we're crap in the friendlies. They're poor.
Yeah.
You look
but
at
then the friendlies ain't even been the team that's going to play.
But you look at the Romania game and stuff.
That was awful,
it was awful, man. And it's just, the last time I was really invested in England and I was kind of like, oh yeah, like from the very beginning was Euro 96. Like,
well, you know, this could be similar if the weather's hot. Obviously there's no fans, not in the way it is, but the games are being played at Wembley. By the way, you know what? That again now, that's another thing that's got me angry.
Oh,
right? Right? UEFA.
Oh, here we go.
These crooks UEFA, and I'm going to say it, crooks, right? Now, I purchased, right? Me and a friend purchased 3 tickets each to England's first 3 games before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So when it was going to be 2020.
And you got refunded.
Right? Right, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen loads of people say it.
Refunded, that's number one. I never said I wanted a refund. I wanted to go to it. You know, they've held on to our money for over a year.
And then they're like, no, you're not coming now.
And then they're like, oh, actually, we're going to refund you back your money, right? Number one. And then number 2, when the refund comes back now, the tickets were expensive tickets as well. You know what it's like for them Euros and World Cup. They're ridiculous. When the refund comes back, it's £150 less than what we paid in the first place. And the reason they give for that, because you had to buy the tickets in euros, because of the change in the exchange rate now, they've given you back less money. Now, how crooked is that?
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, honestly. It's,
wow.
Yeah.
Don UEFA.
UEFA. Rip-off merchants,
Don
man.
UEFA.
Rip-off merchants.
God. And you think how many people they did that to?
Well, yeah.
They would have made millions from that.
And then, like, you know, people now, you know, after I've held on to that for a year... Sorry, they've held that for a year, and then now other people are going and getting tickets. Troops told me he's got a ticket. I'm like, well, how you get a ticket? I have my tickets were refunded. He goes, oh, I just went on the thing, I got one. Honestly, and probably those tickets are more money than what we even paid. So they've made money all round.
And you still got your plug at Wembley?
The one that you lot messed up.
Oh.
When you walked on the pitch at Wembley, and then I never heard from the plug again. Yeah, that one. No. Right? But, yeah. But I'm looking... Stay off the pitch, the guy said. Can you Robbie, it's all good, man. Yeah, I mean, you can film anywhere around Wembley. You can film up in the stands. You know what I mean? You can film around the side of the pitch, but please don't go on the pitch. Understood? Yeah, mate. Yeah, good. DT, you heard that, innit? Yeah, good. Next meeting, this guy's in the centre circle, walking around. Yeah, honestly, man, that's why I can't bring you nowhere.
I was actually by the edge of the box and I was practicing my goals.
That's why I can't bring you nowhere.
Listen,
and then from that day onwards, that plug went.
Listen, I was at Wembley, and in my head, I scored an absolute screamer in the cup final.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
it was worth it.
And that was the end. That was the end of that.
Well, it was worth it.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to the Euros. Who's going to win it?
France.
Everyone's saying France.
I think. Can I just say as well, England, please don't win the group.
Yeah, because we're going to get France in it. I saw that.
You finish. You play whoever wins the group, and even if France don't win it, have you seen who else is in?
It's a group of death, isn't it? Portugal
or
Germany.
Yeah.
Hungary. I fancy us against Germany.
No. Have you seen the German squad as well?
I fancy.
They just won 7-1. Are you underestimating Germany?
I'm not underestimating Germany. We know what Germany are like, but I fancy England against Germany.
No, I don't. I never fancy myself against the Germans.
I fancy against Germany. Yeah, listen, the Germans always turn up. I do think the Germans, right?
Nah.
Everybody's writing them off.
Germany beat us at everything. Even putting towels out on the sun lounges on a holiday, they beat us. They're out there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
They ain't been all that, man. They've been, they've got some dangerous players, obviously, Gnabry and people like that.
Oh, mate, listen.
They just sound like Werner will come up and score.
Werner would get his eyesight back. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not. No. Just.
So you're going France?
Yeah, their squad is ridiculous.
Who's your dark horse to win it? There's always a dark horse that somebody's like, ooh, didn't think of them.
England.
Okay.
Because I'd say the reason why I say dark horse is that because everyone knows what we've got and we've got the capabilities, the thing that I feel holds it back is the manager. I think he's too pragmatic, and I think that he should let the players just go out and express themselves and really play. And because we've not won a major tournament since '66,
It's up here, isn't it?
it's a mental block. And we've had so many near misses. We had the easiest pathway to the World Cup, and we still blew it.
Do you know who Southgate reminds me of? Ollie at Man United.
In a way.
And he's a manager that, like, everyone's on board, everyone likes him,
But don't win anything.
but when it comes down to those big crunch decisions, he always plays it safe. I mean, like, we'll see England play, they'll have Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. Why do you need the two of them? Just go with one. And then unleash Grealish, unleash Mount, unleash...
I'm telling you, Grealish better start, you know.
Yeah, he's got to start.
They're saying that he might not.
Unleash.
If he doesn't start, you know.
You think of the players that England have got up front. You know,
Got so much firepower.
Kane, but Kane, he scores goals, right?
Yeah.
Sterling, he ain't been on form, but you've got Sterling, you've got Rashford, you've got Sancho, you've got Saka, you've got Grealish, you've got Mount. I mean, Foden. Come on, man. But why then do you...
as well.
Yeah, but then he'll be all like, oh, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips or Jordan Henderson. No, you know what I mean? Just one of them. Unleash, but... And then I'm worried about our defence as well.
Yeah.
I just, you know,
Our
I think
defence
we could have done with Maguire being fit.
We could have been, but then this is the thing I say about the manager is because he comes out, makes all these statements, and then doesn't live by it. He's made it very clear that unless you're on form for your club, and it don't matter where you are, who you play for. Remember how long it took Grealish to get into the side? Now, if he was playing at one of the top teams, he would have been in England's fold a lot earlier. So that's that one. Henderson, I don't think he's ready. He's clearly not fit, right?
Still in the squad.
Still
But
in
you've
the
got
squad.
you've got two defensive
Maguire?
midfielders already. Maguire, if he ain't played yet.
Exactly, and he isn't even training. He ain't even training.
I just think they should have just... We do this all the time with England.
Exactly.
Just leave the person at home,
You remember,
man. If he ain't fit, he ain't fit.
There's been Beckham, there's been Rooney, going into
And do you know the thing
tournaments.
about tournaments, right? There's always that outside player that
can go and
nobody
do
was
something.
fit. So
Yeah,
even
yeah.
like that Ben White that he's brought in, he could be the guy.
He could be, yeah.
He could be the guy for the tournament. Just,
He could be.
you know, you've got to just say,
Exactly.
Maguire ain't fit. It is what it is.
There's
He
a
ain't
reason
fit.
why you have a squad.
Exactly.
Because what you're basically saying to Ben White is that, you know what, you can come into the squad, but yeah, we still don't trust you enough to take his place.
I just think with the Maguire thing, unless they're just saying to themselves, right, hopefully he'll be fit by, you know.
But then how long would he have not played a game for?
Yeah, and then he's still got to get match fit. And
Exactly.
He's still, I just don't
it's
understand.
Too much.
It's
It's too much. He missed the last 3-4 weeks of Man United season.
He didn't play in the final.
Didn't play in the final. Hasn't played in none of these. Hasn't even trained.
Hasn't been in
and
the
then
friendlies.
What? So you're telling me that, let's say for argument's sake, we win our group, win the 3 games, win our group, play France, for example. Maguire's now fit. You're going to throw him in against Mbappe and Benzema and behave yourself, man.
Yeah.
Behave, man.
My team that I'm going to go for winning it, I'm going Belgium. I just think
Rank number 1.
I just think that it's time for them, man. They got to do. I mean, every time they're ranked number 1, they've got this all-star team, but they just don't deliver. They've got to deliver this time. But I think I'm going to go Belgium. My dark horse here is Turkey. I think they're a lot better team than people think, man.
Yeah, they've got a good side.
I think they're going to pull a few surprises. Obviously, like you said, you've got your Frances and teams like Portugal got a good side. But I don't know, man. Watch out for Turkey, man. They ain't bad.
Yeah,
they ain't bad.
They've got a decent side.
You know those Turkish players, man. They always play with passion for their country.
Yeah, of course they do.
So you know what I mean. So I top goal scorer. Got some good ballers in there. You got Mbappe. You got
I'm going with him.
Harry Kane. You got
I'm going with Mbappe.
Lewandowski.
No, I'm going with Mbappe.
You know what I'm going with? I'm not going with Mbappe. I'm going with Lukaku.
What,
Again,
Belgium? No,
Yeah,
I'm going Mbappe.
Lukaku's been on fire this season, man.
He turns up, man. He turns up in tournaments. And
I think Lukaku's turned up all season.
If he takes his form from Inter Milan into there, then yeah, he could do.
And he's the main man. He's the main man in that Belgium team.
The only thing I say about Mbappe is where they're going to play him in the system. is he going to play more wide than central?
And
but then
Giroud
Benzema picked up a knock, innit?
Yeah, might have Giroud up front and go that sort of tried and tested. Yeah.
Yeah, Lukaku's a good shout, actually, when you think he would be the main man for Belgium and the season he's had with Inter.
Yeah. Fancy him to do well. But looking forward to that. The Euros are starting. Don't forget, you can check out the Don Robbie channel. That's my other channel where on that we're going to be covering every single game of the Euros with various influencers. DT's going to be on.
Does this mean we get like the treatment, the Don Robbie channel treatment, like the bucket with all the drinks in and the popcorn and...
That's there, apart from when you're on.
Why?
Because you've got your swimming pool, innit?
Ah!
You're bringing a little paddle. What we do for you, we'll have a
You're
little
going to bring a little paddling pool in.
Yeah,
and then I can just sit in there.
Pool. You can sit in there.
Can I have a little slide that goes into it? So every time there's a goal,
there's not enough space for that.
You can just slide in.
Yeah, make sure you check it out. Make sure you check it out on the Don Robbie channel, covering all the games on the Euros. Watch alongs to all of those with various fans across all the various different clubs, right? So make sure you check that out. It's going to be good. And don't let Arsenal ruin your summer. That's the word from DT. Is
that going to be the title of this video?
Yeah, we could do. Yeah. Don't let Arsenal ruin your summer.
I'm taking commission from this.
Thanks for watching and thanks for listening to this podcast. Don't forget you can download it on all the normal formats. We will be back next week here. We'll be talking a lot of Euro stuff as well. We could right throughout the Euros, we'll be sort of, when we're doing a podcast, talking about what's been happening in that as well, who's been playing well, who should Arsenal maybe look at bringing in based off of the Euros. Never always a good thing, you know.
I know.
To bring in players
I know,
based
it never
off of...
it never is. You remember James Rodriguez when he had the World Cup?
Yeah. You know the one I was thinking of the other day, Sissoko. He's at Tottenham.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that time when he played in the World Cup? He was awesome, man. He was just going
on that. El Hadj Diouf.
El Hadj Diouf, yeah.
Remember that?
Senegal, man.
He was wicked. And then he come over and just caused problems.
So, they say don't buy a player based off of a tournament, but teams always do. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.